with quite a heavy lean from Entropiq here. Unexpected odds are favouring the Danes, and that's a P250 in the hands of Blame as they corral themselves towards Yard with all 5.
Yeah, Nickelback should be set to at least get this information at a distance. Blame F has had a little chunk taken out of him upon his cross, and Elian will finish what was started. But look at this, hiding in the blind spot of Unbreakable. They want to take the fight. Yard against USPs with Glocks, and it needs to be a kill. Config not as sharp as usual on that exchange. Leaves us in a 3v3, and it's not done yet. Forrester could take 2 and has, and the third, too much to ask. Zipex thrust into what is now a 1v2.
Okay, we've got Lackey down towards B and up in the rafters still of Crad. Zipex needs to piece this one together, and he's always tidy in the clutch as the clutch minister, but this one right here with Bomb on his back, a minute on the clock, is a situation where he wants to isolate a fighter, at least get some information on where these last 2 reside.
Yeah, ideally no sound cues to be made. Now you can see Krad's playing a reactive position. He wants to occasionally take intermittent glances at that heaven position, which
could be perfect here.
Coming up. It's just a question of catching Krad.
Timing is everything.
Has to be good, has to be good, and it's a little bit of a weapon discrepancy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Nickelback's actually ratting it. He's managed to take a lot of space on this. Krad distracts. Oh, Nickelback reveals. And damage is done, but the site is lost.
I'm just curious, this is a difficult map as far as communication and rotations go. Some of the aimers looked a bit wobbly for both teams out the gates here. This one's getting mopped up. Shouldn't be too many problems now, but remember what I spoke about? This is ring rust on LAN for Entropiq, right? They lost their last 3 series in consecutive fashion online, right? They come on into this, they haven't played LAN in this environment for a couple of weeks. You need to get everything back and going straight away. Whereas it was just a few days ago, Sunday, was the last day that Astralis had played an official match here in this exact environment.
Well, you want to talk about officials, I think Yanko was onto something when he compared the 500 plus officials that these boys have played as a unit and the 13 that Astralis have. I think in that comparison, in terms of having the reps, but also just the understanding of what your teammates are going to be doing, their expectations of you. Admittedly, though,
look how Squeaky takes some contact and try and drop down that vent here if you can. Molly's going to give it away.
Three flashes. You know where they're coming. Information and frags exchanged. It's so close.
Low HP here.
So low. Krad can finish it all, and he's taken down the healthiest. That'll do nicely. That'll do. Hit the 1D gone. They're walking. Oh, Glaive is being very masterful about this. And as he comes through, a much wider angle than he anticipated, then to fill the void is one. Farley does go down. Zipex to Dink. Elian down. And 4 scooped up. Now, I mean, a bomb plant would be an incredible achievement considering how little they invested, but it does seem like just the frag and a second have gone their way. Config continues to force rebuys, but
20 seconds, so if Config wants to go down to get the loss bonus, which is going to be the 2400 in the next, he better get a move on. He could just save this AK, it's going to be fine, he'll be able to afford into the next round everything he needs, and there it goes, right? You can see him there just wanting to make sure.
It becomes a very crucial component of stopping that vent rotate.
I don't know how they win this round. They'll have to kill Nickelback very quickly and then just skyrocket onto the side here. This is so hard to win.
Like he's still posted up for this. He knows they had lobby. Will he ever consider left? No, not at all. And that's lovely.
Should be the round. Should be done. 18 seconds left. How do you get into this?
You can try. Elian will deny. And just like that, another round slinks the way of Entropiq. Farley does have time to at least throw some extra cash into the mix. But that's about all they have to sell. Elian will have his first shot, but he's been warded off. That light util you mentioned becomes a problem now. The AWP will keep us caged. Never mind, Farley with just the deagle takes down the most expensive gun in the game, and he's got a second as well. Forrester trying to voice concerns and has done so. Pieces together a double of his own. But now the bomb is down, and so is Glaive. Krad finds himself a little bit of space and just falling apart. Falling apart at the seams. Everyone... Victory by a different definition. Charging. Wow, Blame is actually the first out. He's so blind. Oh my god, they evaporate just as easy as they arrived. It's gone. It's done. And the quickest round of the day to be concluded here. An extra fresh mag at 19 bullets for Krad, and Zipex probably going to take his hands off the keyboard and mouse for a minute.
The mission for him stays the same, but it's so difficult here. Any little jiggles, I think Elian even sniffs him out. Oh, this is the shot. Not long for this world now. Zip gets spammed through the wall. Elian will pick up that top hunt. They have a second that can go back of sight, maybe even one for CT Ven. Here we go.
Forrester, this is his domain, but it's getting a bit of a problem now. They're so good with the util, and just like that, Glaive has opened up the top side.
To close this.
Can't. Elian loses it. Weapons on the floor.
It's
en masse. Nade does look promising, but evaded nicely. Config traverses and throws one back. And just like that, they are sent packing. Astralis just playing the edge of the smokes. You can see Config is in pursuit of an opening. He's been given the freedom, let off the leash. But Nickelback's barrel betrays him. Config enables his team to once again seize the advantage and extend it immediately as Blame does walk into the site, gets information. Forrester still lies on the rafters. Config will have to be prepared for that heaven fight. Zipex lands one through the beam. He's not going to anticipate an AWP, doesn't seem to matter. And now Forrester, he's been great, but it's the last round. We get to see him play it out. He won't be expecting Zip. Oh, but it confirms that he has left. And Farley, bit of a race against the clock here.
Forrester's chasing him here.
No, back up the vents. We're going around the world, up and down. It's the right move. It's the right move to make.
Forrester's gone back towards heaven. He's read this one as well.
They're staring at him. Jiggle and executed. What a recovery for Astralis. It was an option. Quick. Really quick. 1xBet agrees Astralis are favored. Config makes that clear, but Lackey, oh, he does better. 2 for the price of 1, and a bomb plant? Fake. Needs to Glaive straight through the smoke. Okay, never mind. Crosshair placement supreme.
And the fake as well. How does Glaive hit that one? Forrester going to be scratching his head, but they're in towards B.
This is good.
Have a smoke on Elian here for late as well.
And Zipex already makes his presence known. Bomb planted.
It's the one way.
Don't want to be peeking too much around that one. This gets awkward though. No kit for Astralis. If they can find a frag now, as Lackey looks the wrong way. They can play the numbers game. Nickelback so low. I'm looking at Elian. That P250 has to bang and has found one head whittled away with 33 HP. Poor old Nickelback. He was last seen decon. It is a 10-second defuse. If he could somehow play with this door and find a quick head, but that should be plenty. To Lackey's Molly tutorials. Just to the right of the black dot. And lovely hut Molly provided, at least for the hut side. Nickelback swings through, and Config good for the first and the second. He's built himself around, and Elian is his third victim. 1 mag, 3 frags. Up to Crad. Not looking too healthy about it. Config does give him the duel he wanted, and somehow Config lives on, wants to finish the job right now, and his greed does get the best of him.
It still fall apart here. I know it's a 2-on-3, which was a 2-on-4 situation, but it is Crad and Lackey, and Lackey has a forward position right now towards ramp. Could catch Zip offline here.
Yeah, he is just on the fade. Zipex, ooh, 1 shot.
Can't repeat that now. Has to give up the territory, which means B is open. Someone has to respond. I think Farley might duck down secret to deal with this. You can see him starting to rotate under now. Glaive up towards the top site. And they are going to finish towards B.
0 util. I think we both had the same thought. Single flashbang. And so this will just have to be positioning and reads. Can they catch? Oh, he does catch a perfect glimpse just as Crad looked away. Near impossible now. He knows a planet would be very beneficial in the grand scheme.
Gets it down.
Yeah, just like that. Anything else for Lackey is golden.
That's gravy.
Down. Yeah, that's 3 players.
Quickly.
Hate to see victims of overthinking, but Glaive is about to punish them. Nice finish onto Crad.
Get away here.
The nade is to slow the advance. He knows he's going to be hunted.
Vent to top.
Vent to top? Okay, well, lobby for Farley. Heaven to be occupied. They have to plan now. Who's responsible? Elian needs this, but nice shot. Bomb can go down. It can be denied. Need that from Forrester. Bomb does go down, and now the recovery's on. 13, a frag away. It's Glaive. 2 already to the good. Half health and advancing up that ladder undetected. Missed their heaven smoke. Imagine if that's the punishment.
The best call here for Glaive is save.
He wants to have a look, but he's hiding in his own smoke. Elian is hiding in his own smoke. He landed on top of him. Okay. AK. No kit. Oh, no. Kit and frag. Oh, no, they let it slip. Flame's so ready for these duels. He just wants to get some frags going, and it's Farley that takes the first duel and ensures that they are aware he's got company. They wouldn't mind another frag, and they've got 2.
Pretty good, actually.
Brad's got another headshot in him. Gets a couple of chances, but it will just be left at 2.
Entropiq, and they go underway for the final. what should be the final round. Xyp9x got the opener, it's falling apart.
Started so promisingly now, Entropiq just feel like these 3 rounds are never meant to be. They've got to break through. Elliot is playing around red and is the past tense, forced by Blamed. Another double for Astralis in the opening. Missed main smoke, it gets worse. Forrester need to find Glaive and has done so, 27 and counting. He's doing everything he can for the squad here. He hasn't been cleared. He hasn't been cleared. Crad, the bodyguard, and now perhaps more to be done. 2v2. Made 2v1. Crad swings out and punishes Xyp9x to swing in as well, and there's a 13th.
Back of the site. They can't molly him out of position here. He can stand and delay, but needs to hit some absolute scorches of shots.
Bomb plant is a huge leg up, but you have to get to the site. Xyp9x stands to deliver one. Slowing them, rotates fast, 15 seconds. Astralis, they just need to delay. And they are. The frags come in, Entropiq second guessing themselves and falling flat at the mark on the finish line. 16 is... CT's walking mid. Nickelback is not ready for this. Oh, Crad maybe can make it even. 4v4 at the moment. He can leave with an extra frag if Xyp9x gets hunted down. Nice find. Blame punishes and 1x bet heavily leaning towards Astralis, as does this pistol.
They're into B right now. The fight's going to keep on coming for Lackey here. Xyp9x will grab one, and there's just 2 remaining. Alien and Forrester, the heroes of the last map. Need to get it done in a 2-on-4.
He's trying to exploit a way into an extra frag and thinks better of it now with the bomb on his back. He'll let Forrester try and work up ramp.
But look where Farley is. He hasn't left this sandbag position over towards A the entire time, and he's not really playing for info, just the odd jiggle, just to make sure they're not walking up on the upper deck on him. Forrester will be able to slink his way all the way through shore in towards the site, and Farley is accounting for that. The rotation of Blame is now greeting him, and it is a 2-on-2 on A.
Yeah, USP's favored for some of these exchanges on that headshot box. Blame does take down Forrester, and a nice clear. Elian, good for that. He knows Blame's there, and a couple of click opportunities have gone awry. He's got 45 seconds to try and piece this one together. And he's being hunted, actually. Blame, very push happy. He's had a great... Glaive in support as well. They do seem to travel in pairs, and Glaive on his jump across for info. That smoke tells everything they need to know. Blame booked. Glaive could be next. Strafes out, and you'll never guess who's finding him. Forrester has got the double entry into A. The rotate's on its way, one way or another. Forrester will find you.
Jeez, okay, well, he's just ripping off scalps here, and he's doing it in all fashions. The CT side, locking things down. Config gonna be the next to fall. Lucky's bull, and then they all get glued towards that sandbag position.
Like this, just like that.
Exactly like that.
Wow. There's a counter, though, in the form of a nade. Crad does delete Glaive, and it's Crad that continues to keep things up. Oh, Forrester, lazy clear. He's gone down too. There's a rifle now. This gets really bad. If Config could just do more damage, Lackey cut down to half. It's Xyp9x requested to clutch, and the fact he's faked gives Xyp9x a bit more room to stretch his legs. Not being held by Lackey's angle. He's been allowed out of Ellie. Oh, he doesn't
strike timing.
spot him. Yeah, it's a cruel mistress's counter. And there's one back for Crad. So this is the gap. Lackey's sticking out.
He saw him. Oh. He saw him.
Oh, just as easy as that. This gets weird. Oh. Pace behind this. Forrester using that spawn and charging up short. Oh no, backs are turned. Sandbags could be next. Just like that, all of the scary prongs of this defense are gone. Thanks to Forrester, yeah.
No bite whatsoever. The 2 players who are left with the rifles in hand are 2 of the more passive elements of this, so I expect the kills to keep on coming. Alien with 1, Nickelback another, and now it is just Config disconnected from the pack, trying to have a biff with Lackey, but he'll handle that, and 2 rounds.
In his speedos, Forrester will throw out the util on his own. Is he going to do it all on his own? Or can Blame be the remedy every time? Forrester again with an opening kill.
It's twice. We saw it with Farley. We now see it with Blame. They're not accounting for that close angle of Forrester here.
And there could be more for him. He has been dinged, somehow alive and kicking. Good nade.
What a nade.
What a nade, off the floor. Oh, it's Deagles from Farley. He's made the round out of this.
This one's on.
Very much like Donkey Kong Lackey. Gonna give him a gorilla fist or not? Wow, Config gets away with that, and now Forrester, he started this round well, but no HP. Again, catches Config's hunt. Can you really build anything out of this? The bomb is lost. You have 0 health. There should be no way in. And Astralis know it as well. It's their round to lose. Lovely threading of the needle so far. 2 angles to be cleared. Worried about short. 2 worried about short, and it does come to bite.
He has been sharp.
Lucky just taking the standard duel. No funny business, and yeah, Zip has his crosshair where it needed to be.
Where's the AK, says Nickelback. Please give me the AK.
Where did it drop? Where did it drop? There it is, right in front of my face.
Let me get out of here.
And actually finding a bit of space. Mid-open, that will force someone back to CT, or the entire team back to CT.
None of them have armor. So, if this was to start falling apart, I would send out a howling how.
Yeah, no hows required. Ooh. Fast flank config will be there. Alien trying to sell something. Glaive surely going to consider the short walk up as soon as ramp is cleared. This is a fun.
Bring it around the rosy.
There is a small universe where actually he could backstab Glaive if he even considered it. Has Glaive not considered it? He is
I think
now.
they know it's up now. So many unknowns for Alien. There it is.
Strongs ready themselves to adjust to this B take. They're not ready for Zipex's position. Nickelback unable to trade, and 2 bodies hit the deck immediately. Oh, and there's more to be done. Zip gets a double. The rest should fall into place now. They have the bomb. Astralis not known to let these slip away, these advantages. Right on the edge of the smoke, Elliot has to come up clutch. Ace clutch asked of him, and they're asking too much.
Track, Glaive only had 2 kills in that first half. He's going to be integral with the 1x bet odds favor Astralis here. And yeah, the pistols for the Orpers keep on singing.
Yeah, hang on, they haven't finished their meal there. Forrester's got an opportunity, and so has Nickelback. Molotov's out for the sandbags. Glaive puts another frag down range. That's his 3rd.
Ooh, if you're going to stand and fight like this, you're going to lose a lot of space back. And oh, Blame almost hitting the shot right there. So more pressure felt on A. Lackey isn't afraid. He's still pressuring forward, and that's enough.
They're gone, though. Completely gone. Blame is keeping them both here. He could even win the round. Oh, hard duel. Doesn't matter. Licky Lucky's gone. And yeah, Nickelback, wrong place. No teammates. And Blame is just playing with you. He wants to make this as long and drawn out as possible.
See you,
Nickelback
mate.
just ignores him.
Have fun. Now this position from Zip is good.
Yeah, very good. You're not going to be clearing this one on the rounder corner. Goodbye. Nickelback says. There's nothing. Don't you pull that
spot
face.
hasn't worked for poor Zip this entire game. T-side or CT, but Nickelback, this would be some clutch on 1 HP, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the 1 HP, 1 tap is not to be.
Did he fall off the map?
I think he might have. We'll try and find his corpse 51 floors down. Or was it a crater into B steps? Forrester's got another. Farley's gone. Astralis have to recover this one. What is going on? He's had a couple of weird moments this half. Ah, we found him.
Yeah, he did fall off the map. We don't see that every day of the week.
Well, you know, Axel unscrewing his silencer made us all feel like, you know, it's a pro mistake as well.
Yeah, we're all human.
Yeah, well, we're all human when it comes to falling off a vertigo as well. Need to see that one again. I'm sure we will. But, yeah, the only way in which he won't feel bad about that is if we see Glaive popping off. He's still alive and kicking. One of the 1v4.
Well-placed nade, so much damage done, but surely there's no way into this.
There is no way in. There's a 3-man peak at the same time. They're just going to count to 3 in their heads. If they could stop him planting, that might be...
Good plan, all things considered.
Hey, that works out nicely, and he is going to have a duel with Nickelback that he cannot win.
I think the next gun round will be very, very telling of that. Now, this is Elian's chance to pluck a couple, like shooting fish in a barrel, says Config. Your AWP is no good for my Deagle, so that is a gun lying idle. If Zip can stay alive, if they can just not give over a death, they can start to use this number advantage. And there's another one. Glaive takes down Crab.
Okay, pressure's on. Forrester and Lackey have at least found the multi-kill required to even the ship's keel. Farley and Blame F. Now, they're both not too shabby on their pistols. No deagle for Farley, so no more impact in that respect. But Blame's there, top of the scoreboard, in the server.
Look at Nickelback. He's just staunch at the top of the ramp, ready to take a fight.
He wants to. They get the info. You are committed to this, and that seems to work out wonderfully. The B. That is the question of round 22. Farley, straight through mid. Large and in charge is Lackey as he takes 2. Glaive, a dead man, you just can't win that duel.
Even though it was low, right? The Tech 9 at that type of a range. Now it's just Blame, again, unfortunately left in the clutch. No fault of his own. He goes out mid, goes for the trade, and everybody else is just disintegrated. As soon as Lackey gets 2 in mid, that's job done. At this level of Counter-Strike, you're not expecting him to mow down everybody in an eco slaughter.
It used to be that way.
Yeah. Well, that's back in the day before we knew how to put our crosshairs in the right direction.
Ye olden counter days. Blame would love something here, and it's not... I'm sorry, it is obviously a long-range Tech 9 tap.
He's on a heater right now. He is having some great impact within this game. If he can get one more kill and just really grind the gears of Entropiq, I've mentioned it a bunch of times, but it may still come in handy, right, if they're able to keep this economy under the thumb. Nickelback is playing this top ledge position again, so for Blame to hit this with a Tech 9, he would have to do something spectacular and unable to convert. Blame goes down 12 now.
Baited, ready to punish. So many here to receive them. Entropiq, this is a big round for them. Farley, another opening. Oh, and he builds upon it. Double entry. And double trouble now because the site is lost. The bomb is planted. Lackey trying to be a little rascal on the fade. Oh, Loud, he knows where that angle is, knows what it means. Blame caught out and punished. Short to be cleared. Oh. He's good for it. Lackey making a round out of this for Entropiq. Recovery imminent. Config thrust to clutch.
Against the AWP as well.
Should be his frag every day of the week, Alien. Posted. And Glaive will release that crouch and spray upon a flashbang, but they're doing it dry. Oh, and Glaive about to be hunted. It's Forrester, shuts down the leader. Farley coming. The pressure's on them. They have to plant the repeat and reminder for Entropiq as that's the frag given to them, and it's Forrester again just keeping it active in this defense. And another 26. He heard us talking. Unhappy with being the second highest. Anything to slow down Astralis' crawl, but now they're actually calling a cancel. They're going elsewhere. Forrester. So much to do. Off angle.
Being accounted for.
Oh, it's looking, but they adjust. He doesn't find their heads, and this one looks like overtime.
Race is on.
Charging forward, Crad the frustrated. Not flashed. Config is. And one does get caught, but they're not clearing their corners. Lackey takes 1 on the clear. And Blame is here to punish Nickelback's linger. 15-15, we do it all. Was felt in the ground.
Yeah, that one was a little bit unfortunate, but some aggression.
Oh, hello. Oh, goodbye. What is going on? Everyone throwing their body into the mix. And this could be a quickie. Forrester's provided 2. He's still there. Blame knows and looks to punish. Has managed to put the lead in the right place. Blame low because of it. This is a 3v2 chat. This OT just started. And now Nickelback has got Blame dead to rights.
Okay, well, Zipex, a clutch very early on in the piece here, and a round that he should go for, right? You don't need to save 12.5 T side. They've tried to change the pace out the gates here. Now, Zip will have to find a kill early as part of this, but, well, that's the kill we were talking about. Nickelback goes down. It's going to thrust Zip forward, but both are waiting on the site, Lackey and Elian, to close this one down.
I believe Zip just wants to have a little glance. I mean, they are going to push him.
They're running at him.
Yeah, and that's the end of that. Simple as that. Working as a team. This boost, Forrester will not have too much vision. It's deep enough. But as it fades, he will have the off angle. Can they keep them at bay? Pop flash turned. Crad 2 on his play, and he brings the fight to them. Config was ready. Handles business.
The smoke's going to be fading shortly.
Elian catching 1. Farley's AWP is denied, and Forrester on this boost spot is good for the double. Astralis leave this T side with nothing, unless Blame can find everything. Lackey good for it, 28, and... Glaive finds Nickel.
Saw a lot there.
A lot of information for him to relay. And they love this angle from Blame. He's just backing himself on this one, and Lackey not prepared for it. Bodies are dropping left and right. It is Forrester, though, still alive and kicking. He's one to be feared.
They can drop back still, and if they go towards B, it's just Zip. It's been a full rotation over towards A. They've left middle completely. Farley, Config, and Glaive all currently on the A site, and Krad's already starting to work up the stairs. Zip worried about middle. He has a lot of pressure points right now, Zip, and he's on his own.
He really does. You'll hear them start calling for backup.
He can't go down without a kill, or it's a 3-on-3.
They're into the site. They've cleared quad. They're all posted up looking for Zip, and that's the Alien Orb. It could very well be it. Bomb needs to be planted. Jumping. Info. Crad has an opportunity and takes it. Forrester, tip of the head. Hard shot. Farley needs a rifle. Finds one now. 2-on-2. Time ticking in favor of Entropiq to force it to 3. And we're off to overpass just like that. Entropiq.
Maybe that's still ringing in the back of their ears after the shush clutch. But over towards B we go, and an early biff with a 1x bet odds still favoring the Danes. We're in.
Yeah, they landed a nice goosh early, but that does not stop Farley. Zipex is on notice as well, so this can tumble and is, because Forrester has made it very clear he is still fragging up a storm. Bodyguarded, stuck between two mines, and now, well, this one concludes. It's just Glaive. You do have Rushley 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 hanging out on the observer cam. Glaive with nothing more than his USP.
Yeah, literally nothing more. Poor guy, $100 to his name. Would love a kill. Spammy on the Usp, and Alien will finish him off.
Well-drilled individual is Blame. Got the M4, and the flash is perfect for the frag. Gets it.
That's actually huge.
And he get away. Never mind. He'll fight his way out. 2.5. Nickelback brought down to 50. And the bomb nowhere near them, so not only losing the numbers game, but the map territory about to be given up in retrieval.
Well, Farley's reposted up towards long right now, and I'm sure Glaive would love to get over and get that M4 that's loose on the ground, but he's still tucked on towards B. Zip and Glaive to defend, and there's some information spotted. Forrester noted now. 35 seconds remaining as they look to set up a boost here.
Glaive could be susceptible. Ooh, slippery.
Oh, and back towards A. So 20 seconds, roughly, as they're going to trundle towards this site. There's an open runway right now.
Yeah, it is wide open. Farley won't hear it. Config will. Lee on his way.
They might even get a plant out of this, you know?
You take it. You certainly would take it. Bomb to be planted. Farley to deny. Oh, that's an important duel. That's it, the round, just like that. Farley sprays him down.
Alex, this round could fall apart. He's not even looking.
He's going to eventually consider it.
This is a huge gap.
Oh my God, he's dead. Absolutely cooked. And now the space can be taken. Blame going to come in with no information. Toilets is lost and occupied. Crad has that on lock. He says, with a P250 alone. Hard retake though. This is the punish. Can Alien ply this recovered orb as well as he's supposed to? He's posted up. Config should be dead, and now a weapon to be retrieved. Alien using Farley's weapon against the squad. Config now gone. Orb still bankside. They scream, they decree. Bullets down. Zipex is a god. How does he get away with that?
Smoke for the bomb here. They can do this.
Yeah, how are you supposed to deny? Planted safe side. And on the defuse now, it's Astralis with a recovery. Farley's death.
Back towards B we go. Straight through Monster.
Yeah, it's going to be quick. Let's see if Zip can once again get a frag out of this one. Good damage. A dink to Lackey. Doesn't stop his run. He could catch him. Zipex hidden. Glaive trades. Config's nades. Good for a frag. Sound cues are heard. Yeah, but Config just sprays on through. Forrester's been great, but he's not ready for this. Pushing through the smoke is Config. More nade damage. Great from Astralis as they are completely washing them out of this round. Victory very short-lived. Unless Alien's got some magic bullets in this Deagle. 3 left. And he's got 0 HP. 6
done. They don't really know what the buy looks like on the other side just yet. In this position from Config, it is perfect. The 5-7 strikes.
Yeah, that looked way too easy. He's even pre-aiming the boost here. Oh, Astralis. These are the rounds you can pull out in order to really distance yourself from the competition.
Can't be getting away with one like this.
Yeah, you
can't be giving one of these over.
I mean, I understand not ready from Alien's perspective, but Blame's taking it. And now Astralis are running with it. So blind. Glaive gets info. They are committing. It is just going to be duels. Blame's here as well to support. Will they check barrels? The answer's no. Caught with a nade in his hand. Blame doing so much work. He has to finish the job as well, and he will. One, not quite the last. Config now spotted towards connector. He's got to work it out as well.
He's playing.
He's checking him. Oh, Config's done it.
Screws right now.
Yeah, and Blame wants info. He's going to use his low HP. to try and find a ratty corner. And not the flash. Yeah, Forrester's dealt with him, but Farley, oh, just looked away as the space was taken.
So close, Farley.
He wants answers long, he doesn't know.
Close.
He had no idea. The punishment's not there, though. He's given the information and, oh, shy of the mark on the hip. This is a way in now. The 5th round looms. Config's on the flank and fast. High flash. Nickelback clears CT. It's only Config. Can he come up clutch? Zipex from the grave does find one on the Molotov spread. And with 20 seconds, if they can just pick up that bomb, this gets much easier. Nickelback does find it on the edge. Planting now. Elian needs to close this round. 10-5 and a 1 pistol, and they're right back into it.
Playing passive, they both dropped on down.
Kit's available for him. Easy first frag, won't anticipate a second there though, and that's Elian. Double up.
Pedestal right now, and oh, they're coming very fast connected. This is a biff.
Oh my god, he's not going to be ready for this. What the bloody hell was that, Farley? Great shooting. Blame's managed to open up with a double of his own, and you can see 1xBet believes Astralis got this in the bag, and the pistol already indicating as much. One across. Needed that clean tap. He hasn't been able to provide it, and now with his information, they're just going to regroup. Blame to take the space late.
They have a smoke and a flash. Right now, if they were to group up, like in gun rounds, we talk about it where they spread out and they send someone in to find a bit of info. This is the type where you kind of would want to group up, because if you just trade out efficiently onto Lackey, you're in, and he's about to peer on down Monster with an aggressive maneuver. Spots a lot here, Lackey. A kill would be great.
It's not enough. There are opportunities now going awry as he confirms he's getting closed in on and just unable to find the head.
Maybe save your Kevlar here, Elian. It might not be worth going for this. I know it sounds crazy, but a 1-on-4 situation, a B-bomb site retake, no kit, no hope. Spotted now, information relayed, and all the eyes of Astralis turn in his direction, dipping and dodging, trying to get out of there. That Kevlar, right, it could be worth its weight in gold if he wants to go for a force buy in the next with a scout behind it.
It happened so quick, Chad, but recapping that fight in Connector,
Holly's owner was crazy.
There were 3 CTs from Entropiq there.
Yeah, so they were going for full-on connector control here, right? They were going to 1-3-1, trying to control the central point of the map here. So Astralis, if they wanted to take territory, couldn't pivot back between the 2 bomb sites. But unlike Farley's AWP, his Glock just absolutely rocked the head of the first, and then Blame just follows through. He's having a great game. Oh, Elian chased. He's got 1. And I think it might just be left at 1 as he gets hunted down. Config. No flash, just the swing.
Just drive.
Yikes.
Give him the equalizer. That might slow things down. That forces
a lot. And of smoke.
Coming through. Could be punished. Good. Gets the vision back. Lackey's good for the frag onto Config, and now Astralis. Yeah, completely.
It's crazy how just that kill back, like that tiny little difference maker, that great position, it's such a nuisance. It's great if you flash, it's terrible if you just walk on in, because the CT is going to have the advantage from that elevated position time and time again. 35 seconds left on the clock. Nickelback and Elian locking down A. Lackey and Forrester still reside on B, and they have a smoke, a flash, and a HE to brute force their way in. They need a bigger crowbar, I think.
Well, there's the info. Nickelback confirms he's under some threat. And he has delivered onto Blame. Just brave, just ready. Glaive's got 1 back. Elian could have gone down to the pre-fire. He is susceptible with no armor. Over the top, Glaive exploiting and running down the AWP.
It's a plant.
Can't be stopped. He fakes it. No time now. Unless they both were to line up, Forrester finds their head, and they will. He's just close line though, and he does catch that. Won't re-extend.
But it's good bait. It's actually allowed Glaive to tuck in.
Elian's worked it out, and now the threat is just Blame. But Blame is a big threat on his own. This is a 3v2. Now they both have rifles. This could spiral. Reaction necessary from Nickelback. Bomb being planted. No denial on the ball bang. And now it's ticking against them. Elian does take down Farley. It still remains as Blame. And Blame makes it 3. He could find the 13th here. 1 rifle, 1 man.
If he goes around the world, he might have time. Yeah, if he's quick on this, he might have time.
Just defuse. They don't. Again with the fake. He's going around the world. They don't know it.
This could be massive.
1 tap from Blame. Oh. Been found. And a there. And so is Glaive. So with an AWP shot fired, they might start to accelerate into their blind spot. Still nothing on his jump. He's not calling for aid.
In the smokes now.
He needs 1. He's so blind. Oh, and he's dead. Config's into the site with a big entry. Crad needed that onto Zip.
Got him a buffer now.
Yeah, especially if Blame does go down. Crad, huge impact. The bomb planted.
They're locked in.
Exactly. And they're going to flash through that. That is naughty. They're going to be staring right at it. Glaive, not flash, not bothered. His teammate is in the smoke as well. The call was made. Damage is done. Farley falls. It's Lackey with the double. And Config, oh, they're staring right at him. They're staring right at him, trying to rascal the smoke. Nickelback far.
Committed to locking down Monster.
This can go wrong. Flash. Lackey's safe on the pillar side. Config in contact. Here comes the util. He'll swing with it.
Everyone's blind.
Forrester does manage to take him down. Numbers game. Advantage Entropiq and damage dealt. Not finish it off. Farley low. Nickelback has to send him lower. Crad very restrained on his rotate through.
30 seconds now.
Elian does have the overwatch from heaven. And where are they going?
You gotta get through Crad.
Oh, Crad has got to live. Gotta live now. And he's pre-aiming it. Glaive knows he's there.
20 seconds.
He's there. Crad very greedy. They're coming for him. Survival. Gets one through the wall. It's really low on time. 15 seconds.
They have to go B.
Where are they going?
They have to go B. And look at Nickelback. He should have them dead to rights.
Should. Being the operative word, and does. As
bearing down on his position. They've got util. They flash on out. They must know this is coming. Team flash and a conversion. That's a problem.
That's a big problem. Glaive, full white screen, courtesy of Zipex, and Lackey alone has cavalry and a bit of damage. It may not be enough. They're into water. He threw the smoke. Nickelback dead on progress. 2v4. Forrest is still there though. 20 HP. They'll hunt him down.
Seconds, you gotta plant, boys.
They do have to stop the plant. That's all they have to do. They can wallbang it. Oh my god, he tagged him. He doesn't know. He nearly won the round on the bang alone, but Forrester alone, and that's 15. At the moment they are.
Nickelback's pushing.
30 seconds. Maybe the clock could become a villain here if they could just find something. Tags not much.
You've got to go.
They're coming. Nickelback doesn't find the head of blame. Looking good for Astralis. 3 frags is all they need. A hard-fought series. Config in. They've got time to plan. A horrible retake with no kit. Astralis, they do get across into the site. A nice tag through the smoke, but it's all nothing to be celebrated. The CT's all from one direction. Elian's gone. Just like Zane. And the pain, it continues. 16-14.